Also, we live in a day now where stealing, thou shalt not steal, theft is wrong. But socialism and communism, the main principle of socialism and communism is stealing. Stealing is wrong. It always has been wrong. It never works. It never will work. Socialism has never worked. It never will work. Communism has never worked. It never will work. Nazism, that's what socialism is. Nazi stands for National Socialist Workers Party. It's never worked. Socialism has never worked. And what is socialism? It's the government owning you. You don't have a right to life. You don't have a right to liberty. You don't have a right to private property. You don't have a right to privacy. The government owns your property. The government controls your wealth. The government decides where your wealth is going to go to. Redistribution of wealth. That's stealing. That's theft. The proper role of government is to allow we, the people, to do what we want with our money. Hey, I'm going to give some of my money to take care of my family. I'm going to give it to my relatives. I'm going to give it to this person, or I'm going to choose to do what I want to do with my money. I'm not going to have I know better what to do with the fruits of my labor than some government entity. And that's not the proper role of government. That's not what liberty is about. Socialism is evil. It's satanic. And now when you turn on the TV, there's always this envy is the big thing that oh yeah, those wealthy people, they need to be taxed 70% or 90%. I mean, that's envy, and that's not right. Also, this whole attitude of being a victim, victimhood, when you start thinking of yourself as a victim, that's when you're ripe for Satan to come along and deceive you. Another recent thing that was on the lamestream media news was those Catholic kids from Covington High School. They're white, they're wearing Make America Great Again hats, and the one kid has a smirk or a smile on his face. What is so bad about that? And so that's what I'm saying. I mean, so now if you're white, you're racist. If you wear a hat that says Make America Great Again, you're racist. When the truth came out and the whole video footage was shown, they were the ones being attacked. They were the ones who were the victim of racial things being yelled at them by other people. And so this whole thing about white privilege, that's also a myth. You got to quit making excuses. I remember in high school, when I didn't make the team my junior year, there's a kid that made the team that couldn't even dribble at all with his left hand. And to make a high school team, you should be able to have the skills to be able to have good ball handling skills with both your right and left hand to some degree. And he had absolutely no left hand ball handling skills. And, I come to find out later on, because a lot of us were confused how he made the team, that he is a relative of a former owner of an NBA basketball team. So if I was black, I could, or another, Native American or whatever, I could have made the excuse of, oh, well, it's racism. The coaches are against me. And that's why that kid was picked over me. But all it is politics, And if I walk around with this victim mentality of how things aren't fair, I'm just going to go down the wrong road, rather than I need to not make excuses. Okay, for whatever reason they chose him, I'm just going to continue to work on myself, and I'm going to continue to get better as a basketball player. I'm not going to let other people control me. I have 100% control of my effort. And so it's very easy to get into this victimhood mentality, and people can say, oh, well, you're just saying that white privilege doesn't exist because you're white. There's been lots of times where I've seen people get a job where another person hasn't, and it had nothing to do with race. It had to do with politics, where the less qualified person got the job. And if you go around with this mentality thinking that there's this thing, whether there is or isn't, it's going to hold you back from achieving your full potential. You can't let yourself get caught up by the brainwashing of the mainstream media. The greatest thing you can do in your life is to get back up when you get knocked down. Champions never quit.